Hey everyone, so this is the video for my artist book project for my creative writing class, and I've just chosen to sit on the floor on this rug because it kind of fits the vibe, the ocean vibe of the book. I think the original inspiration for this kind of came to me because I really like the Disney style of storytelling, and when I was a kid, I really loved the Little Mermaid movie that they did. So that was part of the really big inspiration. And another is because I knew I wanted to draw when I wrote that story. I knew I wanted to add illustrations to it. So I knew it would be a lot easier to draw a less than human looking character because humans are really hard for me to draw. And she was still really hard for me to draw, but I think I did a pretty good job. The cover is, I think, actually inspired from a screenshot of Ariel from The Little Mermaid that I remember seeing a while back. And the cover is, the cover I colored with brush tip markers, except for the background, which I did with paint. And I'm not really good with bubble lettering or penmanship in general, so I really did my best here, and I think it turned out pretty good. I really was inspired by different storybooks, so it's not really a very creative layout. It's just like a general, if you were to open a kid's storybook, if this was an actual illustrated book, this is what it would look like. So just like standard fairy tale illustrations. And the writing are lyrics from a song that's actually called Distant Shore, which is, of course, the title of the story. And I actually toyed with a lot of, I knew I wanted it to have song lyrics in it, so I toyed around with a bunch of different songs until I just settled on this one because it had the same title as the story, and it just fit the whole theme of it better. And since the actual written story is told from this character's perspective, the painted book, this one, is told from this character's perspective. So you get more of her feelings and thoughts towards everything. And I wanted to add a little detail. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but it's not really mentioned in the book or the story, but I decided to add this little detail of, instead of crying in water, when she cries, air bubbles come out of her, what would be her tear ducts, and I thought that was a little cool biology thing, because a mermaid or siren wouldn't be able to cry water because they live underwater. I thought it would be kind of pointless if they did cry water, so instead when she cries, air bubbles come out. And of course, I sort of did a version of this in the digital illustrations that I did for the actual story. And it's kind of hard to explain. Again, it's a very simple layout. Here's all of it. I wanted it to be it would not look out of place if you just picked up a random book from a kid's bookshelf in their room and found this. So it is basically a kid's storybook, which was the whole thing I was going for, even though it's not really a very child-friendly story. This is not a story that I would read to children. Even if it is more kid-friendly than some other stuff, it really shouldn't be read to small children. So that's my project. I hope you enjoyed it.